PlayStation Move Ape Escape is the worst video game I've ever played. I cannot deny that there are way worse video games than PlayStation Move Ape Escape like Sonic 06. That is true, but that is my opinion based on all the games I played throughout my life. It is a fact that this is the worst Ape Escape game in existence. Ape Escape has a share of good and bad games, but I cannot let go of PlayStation Move Ape Escape. On the PSP, Ape Escape had good games like Ape Academy 2 and bad games like People Sour Racer. However, Ape Escape only had one PlayStation 3 game and it's a piece of shit. You thought Ape Escape Academy was bad? This game made Ape Escape Academy look like heaven. It is a poorly made game, but it did not stop me from enjoying it. It had some fun, but it was unfairly difficult. However, this game is unbearable. People Sour Racer is horrendous, but it is quite close to being as shitty as PlayStation Ape Escape. How did SCE Japan, the same studio that made the awesome Ape Escape games I grew up with, make this piece of garbage? When I first saw this game, I thought Sony was outsourcing the game, just like what they did with People Sour Racer and Sour Daisuken. I was shocked that it didn't. SCE Japan is a talented game developer, but seeing them making this abomination makes me feel shame as an Ape Escape fan. If we look back at all the previous Ape Escape games that came out before PlayStation with Ape Escape, their domestic sales were declining as they continued to make more spin-off titles. It is clear that Ape Escape fans wanted a sequel to Ape Escape 3 and see Ape Escape step into the next generation of gaming. That kind of trend. Sony would do something about it, right? No, they didn't. Instead, they released another spin-off title that does not use the full capability of the PlayStation Move controller, and it fails to meet all of our expectations. It is a shame because Ape Escape has a huge amount of potential when it comes to motion controls. If Mario can make full use of motion controls and make titles like Super Mario Galaxy a masterpiece, why can't Ape Escape do the same? When the Wii first came out, I had a dream where you can move around and physically move the controller to operate your gadgets, just like what you do in the Legend of Zelda Wii titles. When the PlayStation Move controller was announced, I thought my childhood dream of seeing a sequel to Ape Escape 3 and motion controls being implemented to make the Ape Escape series more fun would come true. It didn't. It just didn't. This game destroyed my childhood dream. I had played the PlayStation Move Ape Escape demo at a local game store. The North American demo was released after the Japanese release of the game, so nothing has changed in the game after the demo's release. Video game critics have already slammed this horrible game to the ground, but I'm going to slam this game to the depths of hell where it belongs. I am going to analyze every aspect, almost every single aspect of this game, and I'm taking all of you with me! There are only two modes of gameplay in all 15 stages. There is the on-rail shooting section where you shoot at enemies, and the other section where you catch monkeys coming after your bananas. I give credit to Sony for trying to make something different, but this is terribly executed. My biggest complaint for all two sections of the game is why do the square and triangle buttons do nothing? What the hell? In Ape Escape games, these buttons are assigned to your gadgets, but in this game they do absolutely nothing. You can't even assign gadgets to them, or assign them in any order you want. You can only use 3 gadgets at a time, and you have 2 other buttons that do nothing. They're useless. The on-rail shooting section is very still. There is only one type of enemy in the game, and there will always be spectral imposters at the end of every stage. You move incredibly slow as you are going on it's like I'm going on a kiddie ride on an amusement park. By the time you reach the 3rd stage, you'll be agonizing by how slow it is bringing you on the stages. I hate it when the shooting sections show monkeys in front of me and won't let me use my net. It's as if the programmers are throwing at me in my inability to catch monkeys in these sections by taking away my net during that time. The slingshot is a piece of shit. It is the absolute worst gadget in the whole game. You do not have any idea when you can fire a pellet from your slingshot once you hold the trigger button. You have to hold it long enough and then it will fire a pellet. This is bad, especially when a horde of enemies come at you. You can pull the controller back towards you to fire a more powerful shot, but aiming with the move controller is horrendous. It literally makes my hand shake. My hand was just shaking when I was playing the demo. I hate it when my hand shakes when I play a game. The catching section really gets so and unbearably boring over time. It does not feel like an Ape Escape game. Ape Escape is a game where it takes time, patience, and skill to catch monkeys. Once they are caught, it feels very rewarding. This section does not give you that feeling of accomplishment like the previous Ape Escape games. Instead, you get a horde of monkeys wanting to get your bananas. Why? Couldn't there have been an online shooting gallery session and a section where you can free move around and catch monkeys, just like in Kid Icarus Uprising? In fact, the more I think about this banana thing, most people feel that this is a game about protecting your bananas. Yeah, that's right. You don't feel like you're catching monkeys. You feel like you're protecting your pile of bananas. You know what would have been better for a story? Let's say you went to go steal Donkey Kong's pile of bananas. He finds out you stole all his bananas, gets mad, and hires all these monkeys to chase after you to get back his bananas. Isn't that then I think that kind of story, that would make sense. There is literally no replay value in this game. You do not unlock anything new in this game. You do not unlock new gadgets in this game. What the fuck? There are only 5 gadgets in this whole entire game. What happened to all the other gadgets from previous Ape Escape games? One thing that I love about Ape Escape is the gadgets. What happened to the creativity SEE Japan is known for? In fact, I give People Sells Racers some credit. Even though it's a shitty racing game and a chore to play, at least it has stuff that you can unlock as you play. It's not surprising that this game has so few gadgets because you can finish this game in 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. This is really short. I mean, this is as short as a movie license game. This is the shortest Ape Escape game ever. Even made a poor failed attempt to make you play more. Even if you beat the game, it rewards you with 3 horrible mini games if you play for more hours. It's not even worth playing for more hours, as these games are the worst ones ever made in the Ape Escape series. Makes you want to play Mario Party 8 more. The graphics in the game are mediocre. I do not feel like I'm playing the next generation of Ape Escape. The graphics in Ape Escape 2 and 3 are better. In this game, the grass and palm trees look like Play-Doh and the monkeys still retain the same graphic textures like they did on the PlayStation 2. The stages are colorful and nice, but you can't really appreciate it since you have no option to explore the stages on your own or move the camera over to see the amount of details in this game. Or even if there's any detail at all, it's not gonna make a difference. I know I shouldn't be nitpicky about the graphics in the game, because my rule of thumb is that graphics do not always make a good game. But if Mario can look great and high definition graphics on the Wii U, why can't Ape Escape be like that? Couldn't they make the monkeys be like a bit more furry or give the cloth a more realistic fabric texture? Or even the helmet like some shining metal texture? And speaking of monkeys, they did a terrible job on them. The pink pants wearing monkeys are just a reskin of the green pants wearing monkeys. You know, the one that shoots missiles at you. The white pants monkeys do not throw bombs at you, and they do the same thing as the yellow people monkeys. I read the Japanese website for this game and yeah, it's pretty much the same. I tried reading and translating it. It's not really, there's no difference between yellow and white. They all do the same thing, everything, every single one of them. They just do the same thing. Just run, just charge at you like an idiot. Trying to get a banana and just get caught. The music in the game is completely unoriginal. The composer for the game is not by Soichi Toada or Koji Yamaha. Instead, Sony got Hajime Hayakoku, who is the composer for an anime called K-On! Every single soundtrack in this game uses the same melody, notes, and beats from Hajime's work from K-On!, except for the title screen. I get credit for that one. Also, the music in the stages repeats every 15 to 20 seconds. At least on the bright side, it's not as torturous as the soundtracks in people's surveys with it. Oh god, I really want to show that game one day. Famisu's review on this game is a complete joke. They gave this game 1 7 out of 10 and 3 6 out of 10s. They praised the game and did not make any complaints, like they did with every single game since who knows when. The real truth is that this game literally bombed in Japan. It did terrible in domestic sales. People and fans from Japan that bought the game realized that it was a waste of their money and expressed a huge amount of disappointment on the game in sites such as Amazon Japan or their own blogs. When it first came out, it was 3,900 yen. You had to pay around $39 to $40 for a game that only lasts for 3 to 4 hours, has 3 awful mini games, unoriginal music, mediocre to decent graphics, and has almost zero replay value. As of late 2013, by the end of 2013, this game is worth 460 yen, which is around less than $5. It's not surprising to see a game go down from $40 to $5 within 3 years, given the fact that there are so many used copies of this piece of shit in Amazon Japan's warehouses and wherever they are. Even the prices for the better Ape Escape games don't drop that fast. I'm not gonna go over the plot for PlayStation Move Ape Escape for this video because it will take me another 10 to 20 minutes to review it. It's that bad. I mean, I really don't want to go into it right now. I'd rather go over it in a separate video. My final verdict for PlayStation Move Ape Escape is a 1 out of 10. It gets 2 thumbs down for me and a do not play label. Anyone who's a fan of Ape Escape must avoid this game at all costs. Even if this is given to you for free, do not play it. I also do not recommend anyone who is not an Ape Escape fan to buy this game at all. Don't buy it. Use your money to buy a better game. If you really want to get into Ape Escape, I recommend playing the 3 platform Ape Escape games. On Techie Widget, and I'm not finished with this game yet. It's gonna pay for what it has done to the plot. I'm not done yet, and I'll see you next time.